What do you do secretly when you are alone that you would be ashamed of in front of others? Sing nonsensical songs when I remember something embarrassing from the past. Drawing for whatever reason. When my parents walk into my room while I'm working, the entire artwork just instantly turns into porn. I'm not sure if I have ADHD, but I can't read anything for more than 10 seconds without getting distracted. As a developer, this is a serious flaw. So I basically speak out loud and present it in the form of a YouTube tutorial. And I'm the YouTuber. I read the first few sentences and get into character. Read it off in my own way. And then move on. It's so lame. But it helps me a fucking lot. I talk to myself, and the stuff I say to myself is frankly really dumb. Watch TV shows, pause them, then give myself parts in the show. Pacing. I will walk in circles around the house listening to music, letting my mind wander, skipping, dancing, etc. I've done it for years. It calms me down. For some reason while I play video games I always talk to myself. Not raging, but just speaking to myself as if I was streaming or something. I make myself laugh out loud pretty often and I talk to myself a lot. Not usually out loud though. I mumble to myself a lot and I'd be pretty embarrassed if someone caught me. I also eat mad olives right out of the jar. Sometimes I act out scenes in my head and play both parts, which helps a ton with my writing as I get into the personality of the characters and feel what they would be feeling. This goes from simple conversations all the way to sword fights. I'd be ashamed if people saw that shit because it's basically me playing, let's pretend, and then writing it down. That's a big part of my writing routine. Dancing and lip-syncing to edgy, angry music in my room. Usually naked. It's fun. But definitely not something I'd do in front of people. Eat one each of all 3 flavors of Mr. Kipling French fancies in one go. I search up some random type beats on YouTube and basically rap like this. Gable Kuli Yoga Linga Molangu Cab Sophie Libedo. Over them and pretend to be on some kind of emotional, hype music video when I'm alone. I am a grown-ass woman pushing 50 who still occasionally suck my thumb. Not ashamed but, especially now, would not want to be caught doing it in public. Listen to what my friend would describe as mushy bullshit songs and get in my feelings. I even put myself in a private session on Spotify. There is a snake that lives in the wall along the stairs leading to my basement. He has his area, and I have mine, and we respect each other's space. I would rip a 30-second fart that would make you puke if you enter the room, a gross rotten egg fart. Stare at my hand for a literal hour wondering how it works and wanting to open it up and figure it out. I do that with most body parts and sometimes I stare at other people wondering the same thing. It freaks me the hell out that I think of this, but the curiosity makes me keep staring and wondering. I know it might not seem weird to some people but it really does freak me out. Singing and dancing naked. But since I don't have almost no shame I wouldn't care if someone came to my room. But I wouldn't do it just like that in front of people. Thank God I never had any drunk urges to do that. I made a homemade sex toy from yoga pants and stuffed it with the materials inside a pillow. The vagina as a latex glove. The rest is self-explanatory. Eat and smoke in bed. Awful. I know, edit. Oh wow. Everyone is so sweet. Thank you. Don't worry guys. I won't fall asleep and burn my house down. I'm the type of sad that smokes in bed after they wake up. Very openly laugh at my own jokes that I tell myself and dance. I commentate my gaming. Not like sport match commentating but more gamer YouTuber commentating. I act out my thoughts sometimes. I also make snacks I'll never make around other people. Like melt marshmallows and chocolate like they do on YT. I make a lot less than they do. Fanboying over pictures of Ewan McGregor and wearing my Anakin Skywalker robe eyes. I can't be the only one who occasionally slaps their own ass to hear that smack. I wipe when I pee. I'm a dude. Maybe not ashamed, but it feels like a weird thing to me. Just like how I always moisten my toilet paper when I wipe my bottom. FKN kill me. But whenever I have an itch in my ear I like to smell the little bit of earwax that gets in my finger. On the way to work I pass this dump and in there's this wardrobe. It's been in there for months. Occasionally I'll get into the wardrobe. Sometimes for 10 minutes. Sometimes for 10 hours. Last week I told my wife that I was going to be working all weekend. But I wasn't. I was in the wardrobe all weekend. Laughing my head off. I just mutter to myself like a fucking maniac. Sometimes I yell and twitch. Hiding this from my husband during quarantine has been a treat. Let me tell you. Checks to make sure nobody's home moon prism power make up. I make nonsensical rhymes in my native language. It's great LMAO. Watch earwax removal videos on YouTube. They're gross, I know. But they're so satisfying to watch. Ripping out my nose hairs. My wife hates seeing me do it. But I love it. I aspire to become an author and write books sometimes. Most of the time. I imagine I've written a book series that's been adapted into a movie series or TV show and talk to myself as though I'm being interviewed on a talk show. Smoking pot from the second I get home to the second I go to bed, all the while I do nothing productive and live in a pigsty. I am not embarrassed that I do drugs and I am not embarrassed that I am a slob. I would however be mortified if anyone knew the extent. Crossdress. Makeup and a whole outfit. Currently growing my hair out. 90% of the reason I diet is so my body has a chance at passing. I'm going to meet a guy while I'm dressed in a couple weeks. Very excited. Edit. Thank you. Also, if anyone has advice about bottoming for the first time. Haven't had the real thing yet. Please let me know. Come man dancing light skin tone on woman dancing light skin tone shake man dancing light skin tone your woman dancing light skin tone body man dancing light skin tone baby woman dancing light skin tone do man dancing light skin tone the woman dancing light skin tone conga dancer no man dancing light skin tone you woman dancing light skin tone can't man dancing light skin tone control woman dancing light skin tone yourself man dancing light skin tone. Any woman dancing light skin tone longer man dancing light skin tone. Gotten more comfortable about it. But I like to have conversations with myself. Especially discussing decisions. Others told me they do too, so I DK how normal it is. I think people don't tend to admit it. Sing, play guitar. I'm not great, so I would never do either in front of another human being. But they're both a lot of fun. Pick my nose. I can't stand having hard junk up there. It hurts but is so looked down upon. Skeptical smiley face. I pull out my pubes. Kinda weird. Def don't want anyone catching me, but once I start I gotta continue. Having my hand in my pants. Nothing sexual. Just the hand on it. I am a girl. I use tape as an anxiety reducer. I just put it on my lips or my fingers and roll it around. My therapist finally helped me feel like I wasn't obsessed with tape. It was just a good coping mechanism for anxiety. So I gave myself permission to use it without feeling like I had to hide it. It really helped. Talking to myself. I straight up have full conversations and sometimes argue with myself. I play with my belly button. It's a pleasant unconscious stim that I've done since I was an infant. Apparently, I've never had the weird urges to pee or bone that some people apparently get when they touch their belly buttons. It's just soft and kind of squishy and calming to mess around with. This comment is probably the only time I've actually said that to anyone, so there you go. Reddit. I talk to myself at great length. Like, weird lengths. Both sides of the conversation. Dress up in women's clothes. Damn, you girls get some nice silky stuff. Pose in my mirror. I used to look a lot better about 20 years ago, but for some reason I still flex. At this point it's really just to shame myself into working out. Pretend to be a metal singer and dance around the place like a frontman, miming and semi-screaming. When I get a time in my head I just get carried away. I think the last time I did it was to Beauty School by the Deftones.